All right, you guys. This your boy back at y'all with another one. Shouts out to the LDBC Lions Den basketball community, but we coming at you from a political aspect for this particular video, and we're going to talk about Joe Biden and the over 40 executive orders that he signed so far, but none of those executive orders benefit only the Black community, and which is shameful considering that the Black community were the ones that put this dude in office. What's up, Eric Johnson and Black Aces? Salute to y'all in the building this morning. Now, the Black community were the main reason Joe Biden is the president right now, but yet there's no executive orders that only benefits Black people. Now, why is that? Now, all you guys out there that was boolaying and skiing and politicking and capping for Joe Biden, right? You know, because he only had like 50 fucking years to get this right? But all of a sudden now he's supposed to be the president of the United States, and we're supposed to just overlook all that shit that he's done, right? To Black folks, right? Shout out to my boy, Quincy Randolph, my homie, J-Dog in the building. Hey, J-Dog, you how that snow treating you up there? Hey, hey man, we getting hit with a lot of snow right now, you know what I'm saying? But shout out to my boy J-Dog. You'll go subscribe to this channel, right? Sloppy Joe Biden ain't signed not one executive order that only benefits Black people, right? And you think Kamala Harris is going to so-called, hey, you know what? I'm going to find my Blackness, and I got to let Joe Biden, we got to look out for these Black folks that looked out for us. You think she going to do that? Fuck no, she ain't doing that. She already made it clear that she's not going to do anything that's only going to benefit Black people. No. Remember that shit? Right? Well, he was so quick to, he was so quick to sign executive order for all these LGBT members. Shout out to Kobe James in the building. Salute to you. Let's look at these let's look at these orders, right? Executive order advancing racial equity and support for undeserved communities through the federal government. What the fuck is that? What in the hell does that mean? What does that mean? Executive order on preventing and combating discrimination based on gender identity and sexual orientation, right? That's got LGBT written all over it. Executive order on reforming our incarceration system to eliminate use of privately operated criminal detention facilities. Oh, how's that benefit Black people when you're still throwing them in jail? Huh? That does nothing to benefit Black people. All this bullshit. Executive order on enabling all qualified Americans to serve their country in uniform. Basically, that's LGBT written all over it because Trump basically kicked out all the LGBT people when he took office. Right? That got LGBT written all over it. That ain't got nothing to do with Black people. You got some on the economy, some more stuff about COVID-19, right? Immigration. Preserving, fortifying, defer action to DACA, right? The Dreamers, right? What this got to do with benefiting Black people? This has nothing to do with benefiting Black people. Nothing. Discriminatory bans on entry in the United States. So basically, if you're an illegal immigrant, you get to become a legalized citizen if you go through the process. So you're showing more love to LGBT and illegal immigrants because that's what they are. You're showing more love to them But you showing all your dislove for the people, the very people that put your ass in office, the very same people that was running around here talking about, well, you know, I got to vote for Joe Biden because, you know, he was Obama's vice president. That's what they were saying. When Joe Biden first ran for president, that's the kind of shit people were saying. Hey, you know, he Obama's vice president. So he gonna get my vote by default. Really? This all intents and purposes. This is Obama's third term. This is President Obama's third term. And shout out to my boy Too Raw for TV, because he talked about this. This is Obama's third term. All this shit right here was goddamn came from straight up to Obama Biden administration. All this motherfucker did is literally cut and paste the shit that he had in the Obama administration and put it to his administration. Because, you know, Joe Biden don't have a creative bone in his body, all right? The motherfucker was busted for plagiarism, for crying out loud. So a guy that's a known plagiarist, I can't expect him to be this creative genius. Okay? So illegal immigrants get all these... No, these illegal immigrants should go back to where they came from. Exactly. But here, the black people that's here in the country, the same black people that put his trifling ass in office, no, he wanted to sit up here and dress them down with all these so-called black leadership. Where the fuck are y'all at? You motherfuckers in the Congressional Black Caucus, the NAACP leader, Al Sharpton, right? The Reverend Al Sharpton, who ain't got no goddamn church, Messy Jesse Jackson. Where the fuck are y'all at speaking for the black community? Unless you're bought and paid for by these motherfucking white supremacists and shit. Roland Martin, if you ain't at the front line of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, right? Or you ain't at the goddamn front line of In-N-Out, where the fuck are you at? Debunking the you trying to get a job. Van Jones, that chocolate milk dye having ass motherfucker. What if you not crying on TV talk about this my president? Right? Where the fuck are you at charling this shit? All them black leadership class members in that Zoom call got dressed down by Joe Biden. Now one motherfucker decided to get up and be like, hey, look, dude, you are the reason, we're the reason your ass is in power right now, and we'll be the same reason your ass is out of power if you don't shape up. That's how that conversation go, because they're the same one asking us for that vote when they come running around our town telling us all these fucking lies and shit. What up, homie?
What's up, dog? How you doing?
Chilling. Oh, so all of them got paid? All of them got paid $40 million, huh? All them black leaders that was in that Zoom call got paid $40 million, huh? I wonder why. I wonder why they didn't say anything. Bought and paid for bootlegs. That's supposed to be the so-called representative of the black community. Fuck out of here. Them bastards don't represent me. Not one way, shit before these bastards represent me. But all you bootleg, you skeevy motherfuckers want to go out here calling yourself selling the soap, right? Where the fuck are y'all at now? Huh? Where the fuck are y'all at? All you guys that be running around here talking all this shit, but Joe Biden, he gonna be this hope, this beacon of light that's gonna bring change to America, and you know he learned the error of his ways. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what? Go ahead, Lou. Go ahead, man.
What's up, LB, man? I would have been on there earlier, man, but I was really got caught up at work, boy. I heard that little crazy motherfucker talk about Rondo. I'm like, what the hell?
That last stream was insane. That last stream was fucking insane. But anyway.
But man, people are not surprised by Joe Biden and them Kim right now. I'm not surprised. I knew this was coming. We all told them this was gonna happen, but they wasn't listening. They talking about, oh, you hating, oh, you ain't black enough, man. Seriously, they were so more upset trying to get Donald Trump out of office. I'm glad he's out of office because he can just remember not to drop the soap. They were so focused on trying to get Donald Trump out of office that they put in somebody who ain't gonna do the damn thing. Who ain't gonna give a damn about us. He's gonna care more about his needs instead of what we need. So I'm not surprised about everything that's going on right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely not shocked by what's going on right now. Eric Johnson, what you got on this, homie?
You know, I ain't surprised with this shit neither, man, because you can't tell certain people in our community that y'all don't need to be voting for these motherfuckers, these white supremacists that ain't doing nothing for us. The only thing I respect about Trump is he was up front with his white supremacy. Joe Biden is a low-key white supremacist. He is a sneaky motherfucker, and he gonna try to rub this shit in our face by helping these other motherfuckers, these other people in their other communities when they already had reparations. The Jewish community, the fucking Holocaust, they already got their money. The Asian community, if you talking about Japanese people and like other Asian cultures, they probably getting checked from like the Vietnam War and World War II when they dropped them fucking bombs on them and shit. Everybody getting money except black people. Native Americans getting money. They getting all sorts of land. They don't have to pay taxes on their gambling casinos and shit. But you helping illegal immigrants who out here slinging that shit, sending them drugs on here to America, destroying our people, but y'all ain't doing nothing about that. Talking about it's a war on drugs. Nah, it ain't a war on drugs. There ain't never really been a war on drugs. You might get a little buzz here and there, but they really working with people like that, and it's a shame that you got people in our community talking about you need to get out of drugs.
You know something, bro. If they really want to try to stop, the reason why they ain't gonna stop drugs because drugs help pay for this country. That's the main reason why they ain't trying to stop the drugs.
Yeah, they were doing that all through the 80s and stuff when the rise of Pablo Escobar and like Griselda Blanco and shit. They had all types of motherfuckers doing that shit. The FBI was involved, CIA, all types of different agencies involved in that shit. So I'm not surprised with shit going on like this. Because black people have been struggling for so long.
Drugs is like $1 trillion of business. So they ain't gonna never stop that. That's why they let the cartels do whatever they want to do. And every now and then they got to take down a big ball to show that we fighting the war on drugs. No, y'all not. Y'all making it seem like y'all fighting the war on drugs, but y'all really not. So innocent people end up dying because of this. They're not going to stop the war on drugs no matter what. Each president can come back and the congressman can come back and say they're going to stop the war on drugs, but they're not really going to stop the war on drugs. So we got this is how it's going to be no matter what.
I just don't like the fact that we get left out in the cold when we're the main reason why this motherfucker's in power. That's what I care about. So Joe Biden, let me ask you something. If you ever watched this video for whatever, right? You and Cam, right? Oh no, not Cam, Scam, right? So you and Scam, right? Y'all gonna call Ice Cube back? What's up, T Price? Y'all gonna call Ice Cube back? Because remember, your little lackey Cedric Richmond was like, "Well, we gotta wait till after the election, man. We can't do it. We can't talk about that right now. We got the election going on. We gotta talk to you after the election." Well, you're sworn in. You can call Ice Cube back or what? Your dementia kicking in. You don't remember the number? What the fuck is taking y'all so long to call him back?
Shit, this is like them Black Lives Matter motherfuckers getting in touch with Joe Biden. This phone number has been switched. Please try again. Shit.
The number you're trying to reach has been temporarily disconnected. Yeah, that's what you get.
They done use your ass like a condom. Then after they finish, they gonna throw your ass away. This is why in our community we need to start our own political party. And for those who want to keep doing this Republican Democrat shit, just let them go on with a majority of
Eric Johnson
actually is logical with our thinking. We actually don't know what the hell we can do.
You can say we can try to start our own political party, but the thing is, we're not going to come together. That's the problem. If we want to start our own political party, we would have done that years ago. Plus, when we ever try to do that, they end up trying to take us out every single time. Just look at the Black Panther. His own person set him up because the government thought he was getting too much power.
I
don't know why they so scared. I don't know why they so scared of black people. They should be worrying about these other motherfuckers running up in schools and killing people. They don't do nothing until it's the last minute. I'm telling you, like in a couple of years, like the country gonna be on some red done shit. You gonna have foreign countries coming in the country trying to take over, and they gonna run the black people. Be like, we need y'all help. Nope, y'all wasn't helping us when we were trying to ask for reparations. And no, putting Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill ain't gonna help us do nothing.
Hey,
I mean, y'all could have been did that for that woman.
I got 4 Joe Biden supporters in here. Right, hit the like. I got 5 Joe Biden supporters in here. All right, I got 6 people that like Joe Biden. Hit the like.
You mean hit the link?
No, hit the like, not the link. The like.
Now I want to hear what they got to say. If they got the balls, come up here and say how they feel.
Yeah, who like Joe Biden in here? If you like Joe Biden,
I want to know. Yeah, I want to know who like
Joe Biden and campaign press 1. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna get a lot of twos in this motherfucker, right? If you dislike Joe Biden and scam press 2. But I'm telling you right now,
2 with the quickness.
These motherfuckers, man. Look, I don't want nobody telling me about these motherfuckers, man.
Yeah. You got too much dirt on you. You can't defend them. It's too much background of them being dirty, so you can't actually defend them of them actually doing something for black people. They might be doing stuff for other people and other races, but like when it comes to like black people, they been doing motherfuckers dirty for years. And older black people in our communities already know that motherfucker signed that crime bill. They had your nieces and nephews or your husbands locked up for some bullshit charges and stuff. Now I can see if they was out here on some freeway Rick Ross type shit, just pushing it to the limit, no pun intended. But you're arresting people over little stuff and trying to get them like crazy amount of years when they probably their first charge. Like with him signing that crime bill, you had destroyed lives, and you had our people out here voting for motherfuckers like that. Y'all said the same thing about Obama. What did he do? Not a damn thing. Y'all said the same thing about Trump. Oh, Trump's gonna make America great again for black people. That motherfucker didn't do nothing. Kick his ass out of the White House. Now you got this crusty old senile bastard in the White House. You think you finna do something for black people? Hell no. It's just gonna be another 4 years of nothing.
Yep. And everybody would talk about, we got to get Donald Trump out of office. I'm like, okay, so what's the difference between Trump and Biden? What's the difference?
They both white supremacists, but Trump just out with it. I told you, Joe Biden a little sneaky motherfucker. You gonna have to stay close to that bastard, man, because he'll try to do something run you from behind. Like he's a little sneaky bastard. He won't just come out front and say some shit, unless he really has to. He ain't that 94 crime bill, Joe. He trying to be that little sneaky Joe.
Hell yeah. I mean, he's not. I mean, he's just Donald Trump is just bold with his racism, and Joe Biden is like, motherfucker, just rock you to sleep.
He low key with it. He ain't gonna call you a nigga out front. He'll wait till you leave there and say it under his breath. He ain't that hard enough to say it in front of you because you will have to regulate him on some Suge Knight shit. But he just sneaky like that. You got a lot of those motherfuckers in the Democratic Party that's sneaky like that. The thing about the Republicans is they out front with their racism. Them Democrats, they're gonna be sneaky about it. I don't like either side either way because they both ain't doing shit for black people. They both white supremacists. One just outgoing with it, and the other party just a bitch about it.
Yeah. But to sit up here and people out here capping for this motherfucker, man. Straight up, they out here capping for goddamn Joe Biden, man.
Tell Master Joe Biden to run the reparations instead of the $1,400 stimulus checks he keep talking about. How long you been in office? Where the stimulus checks at, bro? You was talking all that shit. Oh, we need to get the American people more money. What the hell you gonna do with $600? My rent costs more than that. Almost. Can't do that with
Yeah,
that. That's somebody
that's
talking
what I'm
car note.
saying. That's what I'm saying.
Can't buy no ammo with it.
That's a goddamn
Yeah.
PlayStation with a game.
Yeah, the controllers probably cost more than the damn games now.
Yeah. Hell, that's an hour with a goddamn high-end hooker.
See, you can't even buy Glocks with that. Glock costs more than that. You can't find no
Yeah.
ammo in the stores. They've been holding all the ammo. You can't
Yeah, they're seizing it all.
out here defending themselves. When you got white motherfuckers at rallies and stuff, you got people like the Proud Boys, Boogaloo Boys, whatever the fuck you call them, these generic ass Grand Theft Auto gang names and shit. But
Boys and
when black people come out there trying to defend themselves and have their guns and they have their registration, you want to have the police come fucking with them. But you can have a white motherfucker shoot at somebody, put their gun away and walk away, but the cops won't do nothing about that. They so scared of black people having their Second Amendment rights, but you don't be saying anything about these crazy white motherfuckers killing people and stuff.
Yeah, you got the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, and all that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do you heard about one of them Proud Boys members being a known snitch, right? You heard about that? Lou, you still there? Lou, he probably cleaning the building and some shit. Anyway, yeah. Let's be honest, man. One of the motherfuckers a goddamn known snitch. Hey, Eric. Hey,
I'm back. You know my voice be going in and out.
Hey, you heard one of the Proud Boys members was a known snitch, right?
Oh yeah, the little Spanish dude.
Yeah.
Little Cuban dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on his Takashi 6ix9ine out here, you know, he was undercover with the shit, you know. It's just like that black dude who was at the Capitol building talking about he was looking for the stimulus checks and shit. Then you had some other coon ass nigga out there with the white folks breaking shit. Now he's in jail. He can't even get no bail. But the other white motherfuckers that was out there breaking shit, they getting bails and stuff. But his black ass in there looking stupid.
Yeah.
It's the same. You got black folks like that in our community, man. Like they don't care about you. They gonna think of you as a nigga, and they just gonna use you. Like all of them might not think like that, but a majority of them gonna think like that. You know, you always gotta be on your tippy toes when you're around motherfuckers like that, cause you know you stay around them long enough, they'll plot on you and stuff. So you always gotta have your guard up when you're around people like that.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm back, y'all. I was doing something.
Okay.
Oh, we know. No, what you got to add to this about sloppy Joe Biden, Lou?
Oh boy, let's hope that he's able to make it all 4 years, because you can't trust Cam because I think he's already starting to plan on trying to get his job. She gonna probably I would say the word to death, but I got kids maybe still wiser.
Yeah, if he slip on a banana peel and break his neck, he's gonna be the next president. So, you know.
Like he's 77 years old and losing his mind. Like I'll be surprised if he makes it to 81 or 82 years old.
Yeah, they don't need to have people that old running for presidencies and stuff, because them old motherfuckers gonna stick to their old ways. They gonna think it's the 1960s out here. Like they gonna have the water hoses out on motherfuckers, then they'll expect people to fight back. Like people ain't going for that shit no more.
Really, they got too many old people in the Congress right now.
Definitely, you're right about that.
But right now, like it's up to certain people, certain age groups to start to run for Congress and presidency. But normally they don't want to do it till they get like around the age of 40 to 50 years old.
They want to get niggas like Andrew Gillum representing your state. And look what happened to that motherfucker.
Oh,
they want to get people like that. They want to get people like that representing the black community, but they can't have a strong brother who actually out here doing something for their people. They want motherfuckers like that, though.
Yeah, Andrew Gillum is a propped up look, and you see, they didn't really look. They couldn't have that shit blow up in their face, man. That's why it wasn't really talked about on TV. When that whole thing came out about Andrew Gillum being caught naked and with vomit, drugs, and gay dudes and shit like that, they sweat, man. Look. They couldn't have that blow up in their face, whatnot. That motherfucker just went off into obscurity. You heard nothing from Andrew Gillum again. You heard this. What you heard? Hey, I'm going to take this time, and I'm going to, be. I need this private time to be with my family, and this thing and the next thing. And he drops out of political. He drops from political spotlight. Last time you heard from him. That's it.
Let that would have been a white dude that had a bunch of black big booty strippers. They would have probably been getting him an award and shit. Like we gonna automatically make you governor. But let that have been a black dude. If there was a bunch of white bitches in the room and stuff, and they had all types of drugs and stuff, you think they would have been doing something to him good? Now they would have been plastering him all over the network and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem they having right now. Like I was looking at you. Have you seen lads on Two Town Biz videos, LB?
Yeah, I saw those videos.
Man, like he's totally right about that situation going on right now in the NFL about your dude.
Yeah, his pasty face ass looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy melted.
I'm like, why ain't the those certain moments coming after him like you come after a black man?
Yeah, they ain't gonna do that. You're gonna have bulldog bitches like Jamel Hill talking about black men, but they ain't saying anything about this pasty face bastard. Like if you see the pictures of how he beat up that woman, like if you look at the picture of before and after, like
hey, I was so mad. I wanted to be. I was so mad, Eric. Man, I wanted to beat dude up myself. Like I don't give a fuck at you 6'7". Like if you're gonna fight somebody, fight me.
Yeah, the cowards, man. It's just like the video in New York when they was in the store. The two dudes beat up some black lady. They was trying to get her to buy some liquor. Then she said no and shit. So they beat her up and stuff. Almost killed her and shit. So you got coward motherfuckers like that in all different communities and shit. But like when it comes to like a white dude doing shit like that to like a black woman, like you don't do no shit like that.
Or they
like, you gotta get violated. Yeah, they're gonna look the other way.
Why is it y'all come after us brothers, but when a white man do almost the same thing, y'all don't come after them like y'all come after us?
They're gonna say he got CTE or he's been through a lot, getting hit in his head. See, a lot of NFL players been having trauma like that with those injuries and stuff. But if they do something wrong, you want to not let them play in the NFL no more. But you give these white motherfuckers 2, 3, 4 chances.
Yeah, that was a crazy incident, man. I wanted to talk about that incident, but I didn't know how to talk about it, you know what I'm saying, without getting mad and wanting to, get my channel on the verge of getting shut down, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know, I didn't know how to fucking approach that subject. I'm just saying, LB, we got teach our children to choose better wisely when it comes to relationships. When it comes to know how to treat a person, because we've seen too many bad people end up together where they don't need to be together. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the perfecting in the building. Yeah, and I know that Stephen A. Smith is quiet about this. This motherfucker ain't said shit about that. I even called that Batman on his Twitter account about that, and the motherfucker still ain't saying nothing about that. Well, we all know what Stephen A. Smith about, man. That motherfucker is a bought and paid for fucking coon.
Like, Why is it they made that Ray Rice situation a bigger story on ESPN, but when it came to this, they're not talking about it at all, like it never happened.
We already know what it's about, man. You know, we already know what it's about.
Stereotype.
We already know what
I
it's
ain't gonna
about.
say
Man,
nothing.
you know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say one of them niggas, then they gonna be looking stupid.
Now, this is the thing, right? I'm gonna get back on Joe Biden, right? This because I want to read a New York Times article that we're gonna come back and talk about this because man, you know what? I'm gonna stay on this. I'm gonna stay on this for a little bit, right? Or you need that. Or trust me, the Patreon it's coming on the Patreon. Trust me, it's coming on the Patreon. Or at Black Aces, you need the link or you need the actual content because I already talked about that content on my Patreon. I covered that content on the Patreon, but anyway, let's talk about this real quick, right? Before I go back on Joe Biden. So I noticed that ESPN didn't want to talk about it, right? Stephen A. Smith didn't want to talk about it. Molly Karen, she was quick to run her mouth when it came to that Ray Rice incident. Right? She ran her mouth till the fucking cows came home about that shit. But when it comes to this dude, all of a sudden now she ain't got nothing to say. She quiet.
Yep. She quiet. Ain't gonna say nothing. Ain't nobody.
Chad Wheeler's he's not this fucking all-world talent. He's not a pro bowler. He's not this all-pro player or whatever like that. What the fuck that got to do with anything?
Here's the thing, LB.
What the fuck that got to do with anything about this dude and his behavior? Now the NFL, y'all put protocols in place. Y'all put protocols in place so that way a situation like this don't happen again. This incident happened last Saturday. Why the fuck we find out about it Wednesday? Unless y'all had no intentions of letting this get out. This incident happened last Saturday, and the first time we heard about it was a Wednesday. How does that happen? How? Unless you guys wanted it to happen that way.
But thing about it is when the Ray Rice thing happened, they were talking about on every single platform. This right now has not been talked about on every single platform like the Ray Rice incident was talking about. Like also when that other football player they talked about got into it with that white woman. They talked about that on every single platform, but right now they're not talking about the platform this guy did to this woman. On this show, all I ever heard so far, LB, is like 15 seconds of what happened. That's it. Nothing more. That's it. They ain't talking about this guy doing a couple of several years in prison, nothing like that. But he's out on bail right now. I guess they're not gonna go to trial with this. It don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, he probably gonna pay us some money to keep quiet to change the story and shit. But it goes to show you that like they can get away with shit like that. But if a brother do something like that, make a mistake, they want to take his career away.
Even though Seattle released him, he gonna end up signing to another.
He gonna get him the team. Yeah, you're right about that. He gonna get him the team.
Seahawks even released him because there was public pressure. There was public backlash from that. So you mean to tell me that this happened and y'all hadn't released him yet? Y'all had to know before Wednesday. Don't give me that bullshit about y'all didn't know. Don't give me that bullshit about motherfuckers didn't know. This incident happened last Saturday, and the first time, well, not last Saturday, Saturday before last, right? The incident happened Saturday before last, and we heard about it. So Sunday, nothing. Monday, nothing. Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday was the first time we even heard about it, and I saw it on my Twitter timeline. There's some fuckery going on, and they know they do. They know what they're doing. These motherfuckers know exactly what they're doing. It was only because of public backlash that they released him. It had nothing to do with, because they weren't proactive about the shit. These motherfuckers tried to cover it up. They literally tried to cover this shit up. It was only when he got arrested, and that's when, oh, we got to put it out now. Some fucking bullshit.
The guy even told the girl, oh, you ain't dead yet?
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't say that. Gonna sit down and drink a smoothie, man. She supposed to have her gun on. You supposed to have been defending yourself.
The thing that really pissed me off is they're making excuses for this motherfucker, but what about her? She the one that went through this fucking mental. She the one got to deal with this mental anguish. She's not gonna trust no man ever again. See, that's how these women go lesbian. And I'm not trying to make jokes about the shit, but this is the kind of thing that happens. She's gonna not have no trust in no man ever again. It's likely. I'm not saying this is a foregone conclusion, but after this, she's gonna have very difficult time trusting any man in private.
What's up, Teron?
What's up, homie?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, you getting snow down there?
Yeah, it started snowing maybe 4 or 5 o'clock this morning. Now it's sort of like a sleep type thing now.
Yeah. Well, my car
y'all can get more than us. Y'all can get more than us.
Bro, my car is covered in white. Okay, it's like cocaine revolution outside. I'm about to go out there and sniff me something.
I think where you at, they talking about like a foot.
Yeah, we get like 5 to 8 inches or whatever like that.
Right, okay.
But yeah, my car is literally covered in that shit. All right, so before we get back on sloppy Joe Biden, right? I know you talked about this on your Patreon. If you are not Too Raw, can you put your link for your Patreon in the chat? That way, people will subscribe to your Patreon or whatever like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna come back. I gotta go to the store.
All right. Hey, be safe out there, homie.
All right, Doc.
Yeah. So, what you got on this Too Raw?
Well, I don't know how true this is. I was putting it in the chat just then. But I've heard that the only reason why they even spoke on it like briefly, it might have been on CNN. ESPN. I think they spoke on it briefly on like a football program on there, is because former NFL players, black ones, that are analysts, spoke up on it in a backroom meeting. Like, why aren't you guys covering this? And they said that they noticed that the white analysts felt uncomfortable talking about it. Surprise, surprise. I wonder why.
Shocking.
So it's all good when you it ain't a good thing when the rabbit got the gun, right?
Yeah,
it's all
right?
good when you know what I'm saying? It's all good when you shitting on black people. When one of yours do something now, you want to take it personal, and then you'll get on us for getting mad about us obviously seeing the bias? Come on, man.
Yeah, it's easy to pile on a black dude when you on the black folks and shit like that, but no, when one of yours do it, now all of a sudden you want to be quiet. No, this ain't the time to be quiet.
No.
I'm just gonna say this guy right here should be banned from the NFL for life. Because what he did,
I agree.
What he did to that girl was not right. Because he beat her because she wouldn't bow to him. Bow? Like, what the hell was that?
The thing that really gets to me too is people don't keep the same energy. Like when Ray Rice did what he did, or any other black athlete, who was proven to have been guilty of domestic violence, rightfully so, they should have been condemned. Rightfully so, they should be punished for that. But what I don't understand is they don't keep the same energy when it's a white athlete guilty of it. Even if it's not a black woman that he beat, even if it's just a white woman, it's not the same energy. They become objective about it. They try to make excuses, or well, he has a history of psychological problems, or his medications weren't right, you know. So like that shit with the Sopranos and Vito being gay. It's my blood pressure medication. I can get a letter for it. Nah, motherfucker, you guilty of your own behavior. Don't blame it on something else. You know what I'm saying? Like I just go ahead.
Yeah, that when you just said just now too raw, man, that really pissed me off when they try to throw that up there. Well, so look, I real talk, you know what I'm saying? I go through treatment for mental problems and shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I just that really infuriates me when they use that as an excuse to justify someone's bad behavior. At what point does personal accountability set in?
Apparently only for us. Only us. You know,
man, we gotta be all sympathetic. Why not be sympathetic? If we want to be sympathetic to anybody, why not be sympathetic to the victim? She the one that gotta endure that shit. We gotta sit here and make excuses for him. Fuck him. She the one that gotta go through that. She the one that can live through that pain and trauma of somebody beating on her.
That's the thing that gets me too, LB. When you look at that back in the Ray Rice incident, which he had already been punished for by the NFL, by the way, one time before the tape came out. Then they were pressured to really pretty much end his career. But if you look at the tape and you look at the way they pushed it, you would have thought Ray Rice was 300 pounds, 6'4", 6'5". I'm not making light of it, but he was five. I think he's 5'9" and 220 or 225 or something like that. I'm not trying to say that had nothing to do with it, but this guy is 6'7", 325 pounds, and she's like 5'9", $140, and beating the hell out of this woman, and was calmly eating his breakfast when he thought she was dead. This is a psychopath.
Mm-hmm. This dude, man, that motherfucker need to be under the goddamn jail. Period. And anything less than that, man, look. But there's no systemic racism here in America, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, man, fuck out of here, man. I don't hear none of that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? But let's get back on Joe Biden, man. Let's get back on this trifling ass motherfucker, right? Now, this was a New York Times article that came out right after Joe Biden won the election. Came out about a month ago, right? Now, this dude by the name of Astad Herndon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, this article came out on Christmas Eve. In North Charleston, South Carolina, he went to this Royal Missionary Baptist Church, right? And guess who was with him? Oh, Fish Fry, Jim Clyburn. That's right. Joseph Biden went to the Royal Missionary Baptist Church in South Carolina late February before the state presidential primary and listened as the Reverend Isaac Holt, I've heard that name before, delivered a message of encouragement. You're going to win. Hey, so what they do, see, is always we go back to say too raw, these motherfuckers, right, always rely on, when it comes to black folks, they got to prop up everybody in front of them, whether it be the reverend, an athlete, a fucking musician, an entertainer. Oh, you got to get out there and vote, right? If not, or if not that, they got some strippers, right, on a pole with and some fucking thongs, right? Talk about vote on the ass cheek. Get your booty to the pole. Fuck out of here.
But you know, that's what they think about us, man. They think the lowest common denominator when it comes to us. They don't really think we have issues. They just look at us as objects. You know, they just look at us as, I said it before, they look at us almost like as ornaments, man. Just things that look just to be looked upon and looked at, and that's about it. Like they don't really see us as people. Almost like it's like we just statistics, and they don't humanize us, man. Quite honestly, that's what it is. They don't humanize us. Even our own supposed kind, they look down on us as just numbers. So
Yeah, they ain't Reverend Isaac Holt, the pastor of one of Charleston's largest black congregations, has another message for Mr. Biden as he's planning for his incoming administration. Biden owes us, and we have not forgotten. Black voters have a political marriage of convenience with the Democratic Party. They are at once the party's most solid voting demographic and deeply frustrated by the lack of systemic change his politicians have delivered for him. Then why you continue to vote for him then? The prime definition of it, this is the prime definition of insanity. Doing the same shit over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, expecting something different. This is the prime definition of insanity. You knowing these motherfuckers won't do nothing for you, but yeah, you continue to go out there and vote for them. That's that fucking Rottweiler excrement that Tamika Mallory was spewing out too. Talking about, well, I hope he can grow, I hope he can evolve, and but you talking all this shit about Joe Biden, but yeah, you went out there and voted for him? Really? Really? Fuck out of here. You voted for him, you condoning the fucking bullshit.
They mainly voted for them because they were feeling pressure from their other friends.
The similar grievances among voters in the cities like Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia. Let's not forget the Atlanta. Right? Them the 4 states that got Joe Biden in office. Those are the 4 hotly contested states. That's why Donald Trump was challenging the whole widespread voter fraud, even though that was some bullshit. But that's where he was challenging the fucking election at. These 4, all you fucking motherfuckers that call yourself supporting Donald Trump, yeah, all you black bootlicks for Trump, guess where he was challenging election results at? The same very states that the black community was in. Did you not see the dog whistle in that?
Right, in swing states with the black community, yeah.
Exactly. Milwaukee, Detroit, Philadelphia, and Atlanta. I hear that's where most of the black people live at, and yet you got these fucking reverends out here buck dancing. You got these other motherfuckers out here buck dancing. Just put your shoe shine on. Just put your gaiters on and start doing that moonwalk. Motherfuckers, man, y'all get on my goddamn nerves. And then attention quickly shifted to midterm races and gerrymandered Republican leading congressional districts, and the black voters who helped Democrats ascend to the White House sometimes discarded. Their issues are too divisive, their needs are too great. Now, Joe Biden has insisted that this time will be different. Really? That's like somebody getting it. You know what? I'm not even going to bring that up. Joe Biden has insisted that this time will be different. And people like Mr. Holt are taking him at his word. Yeah, you take him at his word. That's like taking a check to the fucking bank and that shit bouncing.
This feel like that song Against the Walls.
Yeah. In his victory speech after becoming president-elect, Joe Biden cited black voters specifically, alluding to those who rallied around him in South Carolina after his primary campaign flopped in early voting states. Because remember, Bernie Sanders was winning those states, and when until Jim Clyburn brought his fucking fish fry, buck dancing, buck broken asshole up to the forefront. He the one that changed the election for Joe Biden. Because Too Raw talked about this. I talked about this. About Joe Biden has never won a state prior to that South Carolina primary. And that was Joe Biden was on his last legs.
Yeah. I thought he was dead. I thought he was actually dead because I did a political obituary video about him. I thought after he lost New Hampshire and Nevada, it was over.
Yeah. But here we go. Jim Clyburn, right? Jim Clyburn had to put on his motherfucking cape. Now, But who defines political priority for black voters, and what does it mean to have their back? Leading black politicians, civil rights leaders, activists, and many of the same South Carolina church leaders Biden is leaning on to turn this campaign around has all said in interviews that it was important to address the coronavirus pandemic. So let me get this straight. All these black bootlegs out here that was running around here rallying for Joe Biden, the first priority was the coronavirus pandemic. Let's shove aside the whole 400 years of being persecuted, beaten, let's shove aside all that, right? Let's shove aside the lack of opportunities that we get in the black community. Let's shove aside all the fact that our communities are being gentrified. Let's shove aside the fact that, black people are being killed at the hands of racist white cops and shit. The system itself is rigged against black people.
Inadequate access to healthcare compared to other races.
Yeah, inadequate access to healthcare and all that. But the first thing we need to have happen is the curtail the coronavirus pandemic. Now, the coronavirus pandemic has been around a year. We had all these other issues that have been going on for many, many, many years, right? But yet, their first issue is, man, see, this is what happened when we got misleadership representation in the community.
And something else that bothered me about that too, LB and Lou, is it sort of implies that it's somehow our fault that this damn thing is here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they're always emphasizing the black community and this virus, the black community's virus, even though we all know that apparently it started in China, but somehow China gets off the hook. And it's like people are somehow equating us with the virus now. That shit pisses me the fuck off, man.
Yeah, straight up, man. How we responsible for the goddamn virus, right? They over there making bat soup and shit. They'll hear, all these goddamn wet markets and shit. But yeah, but somehow we're the ones responsible for the goddamn pandemic, right? Now, if you go to African countries, their cases are actually lower.
Yeah,
you go to Jamaica and all these other countries that are occupied by black folks and all that. Their numbers are actually lower, so it couldn't be our fault. But hey, that's what they do.
So
that's
let
what
me get right.
do. They always make it be our fault. They always take a shit that we create and make it out to be their own. Did you know that the person that invented the TV was black?
No, that I did not know.
Right. China, who's over there making chemical weapons, who firing nuclear warhead, testing them out, who making these making these type of virus all over their country, and and they saying this is our fault. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, the fuck all y'all that believe. But that's motherfucker y'all want to vote for, right? Y'all want to vote for him and this side, his vice president, right? Cut the fucking check. Stop playing games and cut the goddamn check. Let's keep going. Hey man, you know what? I might hop on Santee Walden's channel later on today. Hey, go subscribe to the Bottom Line Santee Walden too. He covers this a lot too. All right. They also raised issues that ran the gamut of the gamut of liberal policy initiatives from investing in small businesses and HBCUs. So, you talk about the same HBCUs that white supremacy funds? Those same HBCUs? Those ones. Okay. The same one Kamala Harris called herself going to and trying to repackage herself from that fucking scam artist, from the real person she was when she was out here locking up black folks and getting fucked by Willie Brown twice on Sunday. On the Lord's Day, committing fornication acts. Yeah, her. That same woman. Okay. And tackling student debt and climate change. Now look, we black folks don't give a fuck about what's going on in the climate, okay? Do you care about what's going on in the climate too, Raw?
Not in particular compared to other issues that are more important to us.
So that's one person that's with me. All right, everybody that's in this chat room right now, right? Everybody that's in this chat room right now, do you care about what's going on in the climate? Huh? Do y'all care about what's going on in the climate? You can tell me no. You can tell me no. Nobody gives a fuck about what's going on in the climate. It's all you tree huggers and fucking and Care Bear givers out there that cares about what's going on in the climate.
You said Care Bear.
Matter of fact, they're the main ones that's creating the fucking problems in the climate. We ain't got nothing to do with that shit. No one gives a fuck about what's going on in the climate. And then this the thing. Shout out to Yvonne Williams in the building. Appreciate you for being up in here, homie. And here's Jim Clyburn. What we got to do, in my opinion, is to depart from the tradition. What tradition? So let me get this straight. You want to depart from the tradition, but yet you turn around and say defund the police is what's killing y'all, in the elections. So which one is it, Jim Clyburn? I think he stick his finger in his mouth, point that bitch up to the sky and see where the wind blows, and that's where he go.
Yeah, I've never liked that motherfucker, man.
Well,
even back when I was in high school, and I used to see him on television talking. I just like, this is a diss. He just whenever he would start talking, you know how like in the old cartoon, like something like a word or expression will just pop in the middle of somebody's head, like jackass or whatever. And I just see coon. He just looked like a super duper kiss ass yassa boss coon nigga, man. I just
Yeah, he is a super coon. Yeah, Jim Clyburn, you's a super coon. I don't like that motherfucker at all.
Nah, yeah. Superman.
And then this person says, then he goes on to say, they abandoned the platform they ran on in the favor of appeasing Republicans. So when this thing became partisan now, we see all this fucking mumbo jumbo, man. And then you got this dude by the Reverend Dr. William J. Barber. First of all, you know what? Whatever. Co-chair the Poor People's Campaign. The Poor People's Campaign? Really? You know what? cited a commitment Mr. Biden made during a public forum to prioritize eliminating poverty and addressing concerns of poor people. Live up to that, he says, across racial section of marginalized Americans, including Black people, will have their lives transformed. In other words, give us reparations, right? Cut the fucking check.
You know what it seems like they're trying to do with Biden, like the media, because I noticed like the media bias with him. It's two things. You can give me your opinions, right? Either they're trying to make him like the Democratic Reagan, or they're trying to make him like what Lyndon Johnson would have been like without the Vietnam War. Like trying to make him out to be like this activist president when in reality he's not. Well, I guess they'll make him more Lyndon Johnson. But they're trying to make him out to be like this activist president who's doing all these great things and, you know, signing all these executives. He ain't doing shit.
Yeah. Motherfucker ain't doing a goddamn thing. Mr. Biden's selection of Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, the first. Now, this person puts the first Black. See, once again, media, I need all you motherfuckers in the media, right, to come together and come to a consensus of what the fuck this woman is, right? Because the New York Times got her as a Black woman. You had the Elle magazine call her a Black, South Asian, and Indian woman, right? Then you got another article calling her just Indian. Then you got another article calling her just Asian. Come together and what the fuck this woman is. She is not Mystique of X-Men, okay? God damn.
She's Mystique. Mystique ass.
Stink pussy.
Yeah.
You leave it up to Willie Brown, though. Willie Brown said, yeah, we did it, so what? Just all nonchalant about the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just all nonchalant about it. Yeah, we did it, so what? Big deal, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fucked her, what, and what? Just pussy. You know what I'm saying? You act my motherfucker like you ain't never got that before.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. Now, some black leaders who have met with Mr. Biden and Ms. Harris during the transition have been frustrated by this sentiment, according to several people familiar with the discussions. Biden, the leader of the Democratic Party, is one of few Democrats left who believes that the Republicans who reflexively oppose Obama's every action and have been slow to acknowledge Mr. Biden's legitimacy are simply an aberration. Here we go. Leaders who are asking him to consider unilateral action like executive orders to enact his agenda, claiming that Washington horse trading has really prioritized the needs of black community. Mr. Biden has made it steadfast Republicans will come around. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm holding my breath on that one, right? But yeah, this dude, man, look, Joe Biden ain't trying to do shit for the black community, all right? He's made it known through his actions, okay? Man, look, a politician feeds you word salad every day. I get it here on my basketball channel. When I'm talking basketball and I get some Lonzo Ball fanatic coming here and talking to me about, well, you know, Lonzo's a great player, right? When we all know that motherfucker on fucking crack, right? Because only a person that's high on meth would say some shit like that, right? But when I ask him a direct question, I get political answers. Well, you know, it's all about the coach, and you know, it's all about
the coaching, the system. It's Lonzo's self-esteem. Yeah. You know, his diet ain't right. The temperature in the arena need to be a certain level for Lonzo to perform well. The announcer, his pregame routine ain't quite right. There's always excuses.
Yeah. So these saying, so let's take that analogy, what I had on my last stream, right, which I lost like 30 IQ points off of, and apply it to this stream where I get my IQ points back. Right? This dude, Joe Biden, ain't trying to do nothing for the black community. He's made it known his first week in office, he's made it known that the black community is an afterthought. And there's no amount of word salad that's going to change that. All you boule, all you ski-ween motherfuckers, all you guys that was out there cheering and dancing in the street when Joe Biden won, yeah. Y'all was out there doing the goddamn two-step. Yeah, there was video. Y'all put yourselves out there. All you people out there that were doing the two-step on Instagram, on TikTok, on Facebook, or Twitter, wherever you want to call yourself, having your social media platform, man. Where y'all at now when Joe Biden signed all these executive orders, but they're for LGBT and they're for, you know, dreamers and illegal immigrants, but not for black people? Where the fuck y'all at now? Because not like we didn't try to tell you.
Right. You know something? So I'm starting to wonder about LB. You know, ever since what happened in January on the 6th, the coup, attempted coup, right? Mm-hmm. I've read that it's a lot of Republicans that have left the party because they were supposedly outraged by what happened, right? I guess it's like a lot of Bush-era Republicans. So, like, I'm bringing this up because a lot of them are starting to, out of anger, either become third party or some of them are joining the Democratic Party. So the reason I'm bringing this up is if you're going to have moderate to slightly conservative Republicans already joining a party that's already kind of moving to the right any goddamn way, even if it's temporary, how in the world are we going to expect Biden, who seems to be obsessed with reaching out over the aisle to Republicans anyway, they really not going to do anything for us, especially if the party moves to the right. Even further to the right, I should say. because these motherfuckers might join the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, and they're so concerned with these motherfuckers instead of their staunchest constituents, which is black people.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Jacob Jetty's in the building.
What's up, Jacob?
Every day is the same thing about black empowerment. We want our black empowerment. I mean, there's no negotiation on the matter. We should not have these so-called representatives, right? Which I call bought and paid for operatives, the white supremacy, or like the control opposition. That's what it is. All your Roland Martins, right? And you notice that Roland Martin got a receding hairline.
Man, I remember back when Obama was running for the first time. Looking at his hair, I was like, "Ooh, he need to fix his hairline. There's no like a dent in it." He said that dent in the middle, but he had hair back then. Now it's like, man, his hair is so thin that whatever the hell he's putting in it, the processor is making it look even thinner.
hey, remember that Steven Spielberg movie, Thinner?
Yeah, I cuss you, thinner. My hair is falling out at a rapid rate. Give it up, man. I won't. I'm not giving it up. I'm an activator. I'm an activator of my life. Man, just eat the pie, man. Just go ahead and eat the pie and end it. Yeah, that shit, his hair is ridiculous, man.
Tell you, man, you gotta put down that goddamn pork chop, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, you know what I'm saying? Eating your own kind ain't worth it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey. And he at the front line, right? That motherfucker ain't no goddamn front line. Are you serious?
Front line.
Front line.
On the front line, he in front of the goddamn buffet.
Yeah. Front line, go to corral. Oh, yeah, go to corral now. Open that. Yeah. You know? You had a bacon egg this morning? You had a bacon egg this morning? 2 plates? That's funny.
Yeah, Baconator. Yeah, those jokes all good though.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, right? But god damn it, you can't eat just you gonna eat one. You gonna eat one. You can only eat one of them bastards, dog. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I tried to eat that mouth. I could have gotten away with it like 20 years ago, but being 41 and not nearly as active as I was back then, man, look, I gotta say that for my birthday.
Right.
All right, let's continue on with this, right? So, the Reverend Joseph, what's up, Sean Orjico? What's home? Salute to you, homie. Raid the Razzle, I see you up in here, right? The Reverend Joseph A. Darby, the senior pastor of Nichols Chapel AME Church in Charleston, and former leader of the local NAACP. Oh, so all you motherfuckers out there that talk about, oh man, we don't call people, colored people, we don't call colored people in today's society. Well, what the fuck does the NAACP stand for? Huh? We don't call people colored in today's society, but yet the NAACP, last time I checked, was the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. But you're not, all you so-called woke people, what the fuck are you not calling this up for? Huh? Y'all woke, but y'all voting for Joe Biden. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all
Robert
motherfuckers still sleep.
Robert Byrd is a good friend of mine. He'll be missed. J. Strom Thurmond was an honorable man.
Yeah, right.
And people vote for him. Lord have mercy. I mean, honestly, go ahead, LB.
So we got a question in the chat room. So I want you to get your take on this, right? So they say, so the question by Sean Ojercourt said, what's our take on the executive order of closing private prisons? Well, this is the thing. To me, I really don't feel nothing about that, considering they're still locking us up. But go ahead.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, yeah, like I really don't. I mean, it'd be a good thing if they actually would cut it to, you know what I'm saying, the rate of them locking us up. But they still gonna lock our asses up for whatever. If anything, it's just wouldn't that just increase crowd in prisons anyway?
Yeah.
The rate of them locking us up not gonna go down.
Nope.
So if anything, it's just gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's just gonna make it more cost efficient for them, I guess. But our black asses still gonna get locked up, as well as other minorities, but in particular us. So I mean, I don't really see how that. To me, the only thing that seems to indicate is how the economy is fucked up right now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying. But nah, that's not benefiting us.
No, that ain't benefit us not in one way, shape, form, or fashion. Because we still gonna get. I mean, because we still gonna get railroaded, right? And so it's like, man. Now, for the people who might be making money off of that, that sucked to them. Right. But you know, but I really don't care about them.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. When you talk about LGBT, Joe Biden rather want to give chicks with dicks an opportunity to play on the same level playing field as a natural female. But when it comes to us, the cupboard's a bare. We can't get nothing. But yet we're the reason he's in office right now. We're the reason he's in office, not the Latino community, not the gay community, right? Matter of fact, the Latino community was voting for Trump. Matter of fact, the state of Florida is dominated by Latinos, especially down there in Dade County, where Miami is. They always voted for Trump. But yet you prioritize them over us. Okay.
I know one thing too. The results in Miami-Dade. I was going to say, like, as far as the election is concerned, the results in Miami-Dade County should concern most Democrats, because that used to be a very heavily Democratic county, and I think they still won it, but it's they losing Latinos, they losing like certain Latinos in that state, man. So I don't know, that's why they probably, that's the main reason why they're trying to make these 11 million illegals in this country legal, because they're looking at the numbers. They want votes, and the thing about it, the more Latino votes they can get, or any other group, that in their mind, that dilutes power. So they don't really feel like they have to do anything for us.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, man, I think even though it probably will never happen, we need to create our own political party, man. Just to act as a spoiler to the Democratic Party and show them our power, man. But it'll never happen, because we can't get on board. It's like every other group, for the most part, they can get on board. Us, we got so many divisions with our own race. It's like it's hard trying to convince enough people about Joe Biden. They don't. It's like it's ingrained in them to just love the Democratic Party regardless. It's unbelievable.
There's another thing too, right? And as much as we don't like Donald Trump, right, and much we really don't like his supporters, but there's a lesson we can take from them motherfuckers, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what that lesson is?
What's that?
Them Trump supporters on code.
Absolutely.
Look, we can. All these reports that come, all these reports that came out about Donald Trump, all the crimes he's committed, all the bullshit he was involved in, and they have not once wavered in their support for Donald Trump. Now to own Trump's discredit, Trump basically threw all of them under the bus. Now, you know, that fucking, now the wheels is coming off the bus.
Right.
But prior to that, them Trump supporters were on code all the time. And no matter what you said about this dude, and no matter how much you berated him, talk shit about him, whatever crimes he's committed, them motherfuckers was with him 100%.
You know what it almost reminds me of a little bit? It almost reminds me of when they were at their peak of power, the Nation of Islam and Elijah Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
Just the polar opposite of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go against the leader if you want to. You know what I'm saying? That's like how, I'm not putting them in that holiness. I'm not saying that, but the way that they were so fervently behind Trump, and they were so rigid in any opposition against him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, where they have to put hands on you if you to try to go against their leader. But Trump threw that away, though. Trump threw that away because he's a narcissist and he's an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep, he fucked that up. He definitely fucked that up. But still, before that, man, you couldn't get them Trump supporters to go against Trump, man. You know what I'm saying? That Trump is, you know, spit in somebody's face and they'll still.
Yeah, man. It took me about 2 years to kind of figure it out. Like, because I used to argue with them from a political perspective. I was like, damn, like, it's like no reasoning with these motherfuckers. Like, damn. You know, like, at least if I was talking to, like, Romney supporters or McCain supporters back in the day, it was a reasonable argument to an extent, with the exception of coming against your occasional racists. But with Trump supporters, it was something different. They ain't trying to hear that shit.
Mm-mm.
I'm like, what the fuck? That's old. I know what it is. He's their messiah. It's more than politics.
Mm-hmm. Them Trump supporters were on code, man. You know what I'm saying? And we need to take a page out of their playbook and motherfuckers need to start getting on code, man. For real. Motherfuckers need to stop that buck dancing, all that selling out, all that sticking your finger in your mouth and sticking it up in the air to see where the wind blows, all that bullshit.
Just look,
stop all that dancing.
Right. Because look, remember all that epic cooning that Candace Owens did? And she recently had her Damien mixed seed.
Her demon seed?
Right.
Yeah.
And she showed it off on Instagram or whatever it was. And she got all those fucking racist goddamn messages.
Yep.
You know, even though she probably like it because she's one of those perverts that probably like being race shamed. But at the end of the day, it's no benefit in the coon in the long run. They use you when you're necessary, and after your purpose has been used, you're another nigga. That's why I don't understand these coons, man.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand it. I don't understand. They still out here selling the soap for short-term success, but you know this shit don't even have a long-term retirement plan. How many times you bootlicks got to get it through your fucking heads? How many times we gotta fucking tell you that going out here selling the soap for white daddy don't come with a retirement plan, and in some cases it might get you beaten up.
Yep. Definitely not
looking for white supremacy for every crumb in their daily bread. That was Candace Owens. She was out there talking all that shit about Ahmaud Arbery, about Breonna Taylor, about George Floyd. You know, any brother that was or sister that was the victim at the hands of these racist white supremacists and all that. And you know, they call her up on the phone and like, you better go out there and give me a juicy one. Yeah, daddy. Get on my goddamn nerve with that shit. Man, motherfucker out there twerking for his vote. Twerking now.
Yeah, man. I ain't never seen a shit like this, man. This is you talking about like, man, the presidency has sunk to a whole new low. Twerking.
Motherfuckers out here twerking.
Wet mouth. Yeah, they was making fun of Candace Owens' baby, Stephanie. Like all type calling it ugly and using all types of racial epithets and yeah. Those supposed to be her supporters.
Yeah, right. They're supposed to be her supporters now, but yet. They're supposed to be her supporters now out there, but yeah, she out there, they out here twerking. All you motherfuckers out there, Trump, out there twerking for Biden. Well, how y'all feel now, huh? I'm not seeing y'all keeping that same energy out there, and I'm not even talking about the people that's snowing out there right now, right? Like I'm snowed in right now. I can't even, like it's a fucking cocaine revolution outside my house right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't go nowhere.
Y'all might get some blowback snow tomorrow too. I was looking at it on LB.
Yeah, we supposed to get some. Yep, we supposed to get some blowback snow tomorrow.
We might get it. They said they don't know if it's gonna go, but if it's gonna come. You know, I'm in Central VA, so it said it might not come this far, but it might. But yeah, y'all might. That's why I say y'all might get a foot because y'all might get some blowback tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. I saw the weather report. It looked like it might be it's going to turn and rain later on, and then it's going to turn back into snow like tomorrow morning or something like that.
Right.
Before it finally clears out. But even then, man, yeah. So you know, so Joe Biden could continue his tyranny. He can continue on his tyranny while he's sitting in the White House being snowed in.
Oh, Joe Biden.
Oh, sloppy Joe Biden. So all you guys out there that were doing the dance and all that, where y'all at now? What's up, Stevie J? Hey, well, yeah, we all know Chicago. You know, they could this shit. Look, I was stationed, man. When I went through boot camp out there in A school, bro, I was out there for like a year. Man, look, I had never seen snow like this. Like, I got a story real quick, right? So when I left my hometown, it was 72 degrees on January 1st, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I got to O'Hare Airport, it was 6 with a wind chill minus 16.
God damn.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Chicago.
Shock to the system.
Woo! Bro. And then I fell asleep on the train and I ended up in Kenosha.
Damn.
Yeah.
How the hell you go from Chicago to Wisconsin?
Because you know, the train takes you from the airport to the base, right?
Right.
To NTC out there in Great Lakes. So that's why I was supposed to get off at, so I can go, you know, because I had class. They were classing us up the next week. So so I get there that Friday, and it wasn't shit open because there was a lot of goddamn snow on the ground. I had to be like a good foot of snow on the ground. Like I like snow was up to my kneecaps. I had never seen no shit like that before in my life. I mean, that type of shit you see it like in Antarctica and in movies. I had never seen no shit to where snow is up to my kneecaps, bro.
I only seen that one time here in VA. That's when we had that blizzard 25 years ago.
Yeah, bro. I had never seen no shit like that. And when I got there that day, I was like, God, it was cold as fuck too. Well, the train wasn't cold, you know what I'm saying? Train was nice. So yeah, but I ended up falling asleep on the train. I ended up in Kenosha. I'm like, shit, I gotta get back to goddamn on NTC. So I finally get back there, but it went to like goddamn 10 o'clock at night. I finally got back on base and shit. And back to my barracks room. Man, that shit sucked.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear about the weather in Chicago, man. Like, it's bad enough when it's cold and it's snowing, but the wind.
Oh, that wind, bro. Oh my God, man. That wind was so bad.
Mm. Mm.
All right, so saw the Enzo in the building, and so he put a link here. It says Biden signed 4 executive orders to address systemic racism in housing and criminal justice. Here we go, and that scam artist is in the background. Directing the housing department to mitigate racial bias and federal housing policies. What the fuck does that mean?
Wait, what did it say? What did it say, LB?
It said directing the housing department to mitigate racial bias and federal housing policies. What does that mean?
To lessen the bias, lessen biases.
Yeah, mitigate. What does mitigate? Not eliminate. Mitigate.
Like to lessen. I think. I think to make better, lessen. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's pretty much what mitigate means.
And then another one saying former attorney not renewing the Justice Department's contract with private prisons. They say former Attorney General Sally Yates described the private facilities are less safe and comparing poorly with the government-run institutions. Okay, first of all, we all know what those private prisons was about. All the motherfuckers, that had nothing to do with that. We all know what it's really about. Recommitting federal respect for tribal sovereignty. That had nothing to do with black people. That has everything to do with fucking Indians and shit. Tribal? What black group you know that are tribal outside of Africa? Ain't no you know any black African tribes and shit?
Not anywhere near here.
Okay, just checking. Yeah, directing federal agencies to mitigate xenophobia and violence against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. What let's see. I'm gonna read this again because maybe my eyes were misaligned and some shit. Directing federal agency to mitigate xenophobia and violence against Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. What about black people?
Ain't that funny? Don't we got an Asian vice president?
Yeah, we do got an Asian vice president.
Kamala, huh? Okay.
Scamala. Right there on point. Next one. Right? We got that oompa loopa doopity ding Susan Rice, right? Racial inequality, Susan Rice. So she's a fucking A. So is she married to a white dude? Susan Rice, that 5 foot oompa loopa nothing. She married to a white dude, but yet she is gonna be heading up the domestic policy, which includes addressing racial inequality or inequity.
Lord have mercy. Does Joe Biden have any black males in his cabinet?
So you got one dude that's gonna be in the Department of Defense, the Secretary of Defense. He's a retired Army dude. I can't remember his name. What the fuck's that guy name? Oh man.
So it's an old head, okay.
Yeah, he old head.
Yeah,
Motherfucker,
so
like
that
30-year Army retired and shit like that. He had to get a waiver to even become part of Joe Biden's cabinet, because there's this thing in the military where, like, if you retire, right, out of the military or whatever, you get out, you got to wait so many years before you can apply to be on somebody's cabinet.
Okay. Okay. Man.
What's his name? What's that motherfucker name? Lloyd Austin III.
The fuck?
Yeah. Lloyd Austin III.
Right. That's what I'm gonna say. Black Regal motherfucker. Is he gonna be coming to America too?
Yeah.
See me. This is Lord Regal III.
All right. So the distinguished, the honorable Lloyd Austin III
Right.
is the 20th Secretary of Defense. Lloyd Austin III. He was a 4-star Army general. Retired. He served 41 years in uniform. 41 years. That's as long as I've been on God's green earth. When this motherfucker was a private, hell, I don't even know. I didn't even know what private was. I was a baby.
Yeah, 41 years in the armed services.
See, this motherfucker was served 41 years in the Army. I'm 41 years old. This motherfucker, man, look.
They get a hell of a pension too, man.
What? You think?
Hell of a pension. I thought I remember reading it was like maybe it's gone up since then, but don't they get like 18,000 a month?
Oh, they get yeah.
It's something like that.
He get a lot of. That motherfucker is making a lot of money. Okay,
just off his pension.
Just off his pension. We're not even talking nothing about all the. Look, the motherfucker making a lot of money. All right. Not even talking about his disability, right? Not even talking about his disability, right? Because whatever his disability rating is, he's probably gonna get money off of that. He's getting money off of that too, bro. Yeah. So he's getting money from retirement, getting money from disability, and his job. Man, that motherfucker ain't hurting for money.
Mm-mm.
But that's Lloyd Austin III for you, right? No, I misspoke. I misspoke. I'm gonna make sure I get his name correctly. Okay, it's Lloyd J. Austin III.
Lord J. Austin III.
Yeah.
That sounds even more pretentious. I am Lord J. Austin III.
And I want to make sure I do right by President Biden. Oh, first thing, this was Lloyd J. Austin III. This is how he would speak, right?
Right, the third.
My fellow Americans, to the Honorable President Joe Biden, to the Vice President Kamala Harris, to the distinguished husband Douglas J. Emhoff, and to my fellow Americans, I promise that I'm going to bring dignity back to our armed forces, and you make the integrity that this uniform has provided us. The last 4 years has been a travesty beyond repair. And I promise that I'm going to do everything I can to bring dignity and honor and truth back to America.
Right. He do the Nixon at the end. with the victory salute. You're here.
Yeah. Yeah. Lord J. Austin signed the Honorable Lord J. Austin III.
Is Stephanie asking us a question?
Hey, you see that hurt, hurt in Vietnam? Well, how do you get hurt? Did he get bitten by a bug or did he actually get shot? I mean, what happened? Because he should be getting like 100%, depending on what happened. Hell, me, I'm getting 90. I'm getting 90% disability.
Oh, she said shot.
Well, you got shot? Oh, well, outside of the Purple Heart, you should be getting 100%.
Does it matter? I'm assuming it does matter what rank.
It shouldn't make a difference what rank it is.
Or it shouldn't make a difference? Okay.
No, because there's because that rating is a preset number.
Okay.
Yeah, your rating is a preset number. It has nothing to do with your rank.
Oh, she said her father's permanently disabled.
But he should be getting 100%.
I hate that our country went to that fucking war, man. You know.
That war was some bullshit too. When you really reading what led us to go to that war, man, that war was some bullshit.
The Gulf of Tonkin incident was a red flag. It probably never even really fucking happened. That was just for us. That war was just, to me, that war was just financial. It was a financial thing. Mm-hmm. And, you know, supposedly it was because they wanted to keep communism from going to other countries, a domino effect, but that was just a bullshit excuse, man.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, for real. Yeah. That was some bullshit.
Yeah, man, it's just...
We need to make equity and justice part of what we do every day, right? This motherfucker, man, Joe Biden, man, look, this motherfucker, he's just as disingenuous as Donald Trump was, right? And you remember the clip he talked about, that the racial divide is not who we are. That's very much who we are.
Yeah. It's been that way since before we were even in goddamn a country. We were colonies, you know.
Yeah, that's very much who we are. So you can't just like sit there and just ignore the problems that's been plaguing America, and yet we continue to sit up here and pretend like they don't exist. It really gets on my nerve that we sit up here and pretend that these problems in America don't exist.
Yeah.
No, you can't turn a blind eye to what's going on in the country. You can't do that no more. You can't fall asleep at the wheel no more. We won't let you.
No, because we did that. We've done that before. And these problems crept up on us every time we do that and just ignore shit that's going on. That's what the 90s was. We thought everything, was over. We thought, you know what I'm saying? We thought the 60s and 70s, okay, that ended everything and now everything's great. Nope. Same problem. We just kept a blind eye to it and it just festered and, it's like we went backwards.
But like I said, we won't let you fall asleep at the wheel no more. Yeah, we're not gonna let you fall asleep at the wheel no more. No, time for you to wake up. Time for you to put the dick down, right? Put the pussy down, put the PlayStation down, all right, and time to get up and get out and get something, man. God damn it.
Yeah.
All the stuff that we think that was important ain't important. You know what I'm saying? And this pandemic has taught us anything. Stuff that we thought that was important, like going out to the club, getting phone numbers, meeting girls and all that. That shit's not important. Right?
Mm-mm.
well, we thought we got to look good on Saturday night and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? We or we gotta go out and do this, that, and the third, knowing that don't benefit us and shit. All that shit that we thought that was important, all that stuff that we propped up, right, has no value at all. Because okay, so when the euphoria is over with, right? You left the club, you still got the same problems, right? You know what I'm saying? You hook up with a one night stand, right? You get up with a one night stand. Not only the problems that you have don't go away, but you introduce potential to new problems like pregnancy or catching the HIV or gonorrhea.
Well, shit, herpes.
Herpes.
You never get rid of that shit.
Nope. Right? So I hope this pandemic has taught us something as, put your energy in stuff that's going to benefit you and put less energy in the people and things that don't benefit you. Matter of fact, you should give no energy to things that's going to be to your detriment. Yeah, Stephanie, stop being lazy. Get your own goddamn channel now. I told you. I just playing. But yeah, Stephanie, when you gonna stop bullshitting, Stephanie? You know what I'm saying? I need you to get that channel, man. For real. So I hope this pandemic has taught us something, man. Straight up. We should be, Black empowerment start with us. We raw, all of us have an individual effort into putting in Black empowerment. And it's up to us to do what we need to do so that way we can become an asset to the Black empowerment, because this thing is not going to stop. I'm telling y'all right now, this Black empowerment shit ain't going to stop. We ain't going to stop talking about it. I ain't never going to get tired talking about Black empowerment. Because we're the biggest threat to Joe Biden and these other white supremacists out here. We're the biggest threat to them. And all you out there thinking about, we got we need help. We don't need no fucking help. We don't need no help from the Latinos, from the Asians, from none of them motherfuckers. We don't need their help. And they talk about we have to ask for a seat at the table. Fuck no, I'm not asking for shit. We taking our place at the fucking table. We don't have to ask for no permission for a seat at the table. Motherfucker, we built the table. We go sit at the table. And you're going to listen to what the fuck we got to say, or else we're going to get somebody in there that will. We're not going to sit here and go through this goddamn cycle over and over again like we some hamster in a fucking cage getting inside of a Ferris wheel. No, I'm done with that shit. For real, I'm done with that shit. Well, I don't know. I don't know. This pandemic, this pandemic too far out of control to contain right now. No thanks to the Orange Man.
I think the media might try to frame some type of argument or narrative to make it seem like, or perception to make it seem like he's doing a good job. But it's to me, it's just too far gone now. I don't think this is going away. It's gonna be a new disease we got to deal with, a new virus. Mm-hmm. Hopefully, I said it before in the video. Hopefully, this is for me reading about it from experts. Hopefully, it becomes endemic, and by that I mean it becomes a seasonal virus that's not as lethal like the seasonal flu, like what happened 100 years ago with that strain of the flu, which killed 50 million people worldwide. Now it's just a regular virus because people over time built up an immunity to it, and it wasn't as lethal as over time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the best thing I can hope for. It's not going away. It's not.
Nope, not going away. Definitely not going away. Not going nowhere.
Yeah, they do. They do. Sean, Joe Biden. Yeah, CNN kiss his ass constantly, man.
Yeah, CNN. Yeah, they're motherfuckers, man. They stay kissing his ass, man. Why are we surprised by that?
No, because I remember when I was covering the election on election night. It was me in '78, and it was crazy how they were starting to freak out again. They were freaking out again because it was deja vu for them. Like they thought 2016 was going to happen again.
I know, right?
Right, they was freaking out. They was like, okay, look, I know some people out there might be feeling a little uneasy, but let it be known that there are still millions of votes that have been counted. Remember, the Democrats banked a lot of votes. Like, look at this biased ass coverage.
I tell you, boy, if that wasn't some biased ass commentary, boy, I don't know what was, boy. If that wasn't some biased ass commentary, boy, I don't know what was. They were so afraid that, oh man, we don't know who's gonna win. We don't know.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I mean, I said this in a video recently, LB. If you switch 158 million people voted, I think, altogether.
Mm-hmm.
If you were just to switch 52,000 votes in Arizona, Georgia, and Pennsylvania, Trump would have won. Even
really?
losing, yep. If you were just to switch 50 altogether in those three states combined, 52,000 votes, just 52,000 votes, Trump would have won the election.
But he won in a landslide, right?
Right. He didn't win
in a landslide.
No, he didn't win a landslide. It's because the Republicans have a built-in advantage in the Electoral College because they win so many states.
And that's why, you know what? Why you think they were pushing about the goddamn they wanted to get somebody wanted to get rid, huh?
You talking about like getting rid of the Electoral College?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it benefits the Democrats.
Yeah. Because when Hillary Clinton lost, all of a sudden now we got to get rid of the Electoral College. But when it benefit them now, you don't hear nobody crying about getting rid of the Electoral College.
Exactly. Man,
these media outlets. Go ahead, True. I'm sorry.
No, but yeah, I was looking at the numbers, man. I was looking at because all of the election returns are in there. I'm looking at the numbers, and I'm like, damn. If you switch, because Biden only won Arizona by 15,000 votes or something like that, and he only won Georgia by 12,000. He only won Pennsylvania by 70,000, something in that range. So all you had to do was flip half of those totals. And I was looking, I said, my God, if you flip these, it'd be close, and it probably would have been contested. But if you just flip 52,000 votes in those three states, Trump would have eked out Electoral College victory, even losing by 7 million votes. So it's like, it was not a landslide. That's how they're trying to press it. It was a close election. And Trump still nearly won.
Mm-hmm. But leave it to these Bammers, they tell you, oh man, here you go.
That convinces me even more that if it wasn't for the pandemic and the economic downturn, I think Trump would have been reelected.
Mm-hmm. Not only that, I still think that even look, what? Joe Biden was never. I could take this to my fucking grave saying this, right? Joe Biden was never a threat. He was never really a threat. Shout out to who was in here? Maximus Royalty, I see you up in here, homie. Salute to you. Grand rising to you too. That motherfucker wasn't no goddamn threat. This is the only strategy Joe Biden did. He just let Trump self-destruct. He just sat back, not say anything, and just watch Trump self-destruct. That's all Joe Biden did.
Yeah, I remember a year ago, if I'm not mistaken, a year ago in head-to-head polls before everything went down, Trump was beating Biden.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was beating him.
He was.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think Sanders was doing better against Trump than Biden was, if memory serves me correctly. He was beating Biden pretty easily. It just was all these situations that broke toward him, and like you said, Trump doing and saying stupid things and doing stupid things, and he gave it away.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He practically gave it away. All he had to do was not be stupid. And he couldn't even do that right.
All he had to do was act like a goddamn president, man.
Yeah.
I remember reading about 1976, right? And that's the election between Jimmy Carter and Gerald Ford. And Gerald Ford had so many things going against him in that election. The economy wasn't that great. People were still mad about Watergate. People were mad that he pardoned Nixon, thinking that it was like a quid pro quo agreement, like I'll give you the presidency if you pardon me type shit. And Jimmy Carter had a 33-point lead coming out of the Democratic convention, 62%, 29%, right? So Ford, being that was a bicentennial year of our country, Ford ran a Rose Garden strategy where basically he looked like a president. You know what I'm saying? Like he did everything. He went overseas with diplomatic arrangements.
Mm-hmm.
He had all these ceremonies in the Rose Garden commemorating the bicentennial. So basically, he was showing off the prestige of the presidency and was looking presidential. And that was one of Jimmy Carter's weaknesses, is that people didn't think that he might not make a good president, which ultimately proved to be true. But anyway, the reason I bring it up is because if Trump could have did something like that and just stayed, look like a president, act like a president, he still could have won. That's the thing tripping out, man. He still could have won.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, J-Dog wants to come in.
Okay. He still could have won. But leave it to these jackasses, though. Hey, but you got a lot of these black bootlegs can't see that. They can't see what the fuck going on. You black bootlegs make me sick, man. I can't stand all you coon ass motherfuckers. I can't stand you.
Yeah, bro, man.
You make my fucking skin curl.
Yeah, especially in this day and age, man. Like, you would think people would know the consequences of buck dancing, man. Like, come on, man. Like, the traitors we have today is just
man. Goddamn, Will Barton, man, you sucking the ass right now. Goddamn, Will Barton. Shit, can't fucking play you. Man, I'm trying to win this 20 racks on goddamn FanDuel, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play this goddamn fantasy basketball shit. Man, can't even play fucking Will Barton. He out there stinking up the joint playing 30 minutes a night. Hey, this is the link, man, if you guys want to come in, man. Yeah, man. We can sit up here and roast this bastard all day, man. We all know what he about. And we all know what camel toe hair is. Camel toe, oh, camel toe. Yeah, we all know what she about. She ain't about shit neither. What's up, J-Dog? What's up, homie? You got snow up there where you at?
Yes, I have lots of snow. Lots of snow. I just shoveled some snow just recently.
Where you at, J-Dog?
I live in Northern Virginia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes. So south of DC. So yeah. Yeah, we have snow here. Now I'm hearing what y'all talk about. Kamala, Biden is just
quick, J-Dog. So J-Dog actually north of me, and I'm actually south. I'm south of J-Dog, and I'm north of you too, Raw.
Okay.
Like he lives more northern Virginia than I do.
So you're more like in the DC suburbs area, J-Dog, like that area.
I'm somewhere in the DMV. I'm not in DC, but I'm somewhere in the DMV area.
Okay.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, creepy Joe Biden and Chameleon Harris. All I gotta say is, if we don't come together as a community, we will be finished. They are trying to destroy us financially, and then they're going to try to outnumber us. They're trying to do all this stuff between 2053 and 2065. That's what they want to happen. We're going to have to learn how to do stuff without the help of politicians and celebrities. We're going to have to learn how to do all this stuff on our own. We're on our own right now.
Hey, speaking of which, you know, it's a 2053. How old I'll be? Let's see. It's 2020 right now.
2021.
It's 2021.
We don't start learning how to put
I'll be man. I want to be a 73-year-old fucking a 30-year-old man. You know what I'm saying? Just like Willie Brown did. You know what I'm saying? And why not?
I'm already in my 30s. I'll be either in my 50s or 60s by 2053, my 70s by 2065, if I'm even still breathing.
Yeah, for real.
And you probably, you guys, because you're older than me, will probably be already long gone.
Oh, hold on now. You don't think I got longevity?
Well, I could theoretically still be here in 2065, but I'll be pushing it. I'll be 85.
Yeah, I'll be pushing it, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? Hey, yeah, hey, can I get one last request before I die? Can you suck my dick? Yeah. Oh, you bite my shit, bitch.
but in all seriousness, this is the time to unite and stuff. Now, fortunately, a lot of people are starting to wake up. Not a lot of people are still going back to sleep like the last time because of the Trump administration, we are more aware of the political issue. So we are more willing to call out the Democrat Party a lot more because Joe Biden ain't just portraying black people. There's a lot of people that Joe Biden has actually portrayed other than just black people. But I'm more concerned about black Americans. It's just I happen to be more concerned about what's happening to black Americans. They think that they can put as many immigrants to try to outnumber us. What the Democrats don't know is what if they all decide to vote Republican?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, that's another thing. Their plan could backfire. The whole gentrifying and stuff like that, this plan could go backfire because if black people start leaving these coastal border state areas and go immediately to the south or to where the DMV areas where majority of black people live, we can outnumber those areas. But that also comes from us uniting. And because the fact that the white race is becoming a minority, their plans could backfire, but that can only happen if we start uniting and calling out both political parties, even to the point where we may have no choice but to form our own or learn how to build businesses and bring in economics without political help. We're going to have to start doing these things because they have shown that neither party wants to help Black Americans.
Nope.
Hey, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
What you got on this, Eric?
Oh, what's up, J-Dog? I'm back. Just got back from the store. J-Dog's right. I was saying that earlier and stuff. Like, everybody can't be on the same point when it comes to, like, the Republican and Democratic Party, you know, with black people and stuff. So we got to form our own party and just communicado those motherfuckers and stuff, man. Because you can talk as much as you want about them Republicans and Democrats. You can't save everybody. So we just gonna have to leave some of them behind and just focus on the ones that actually want to build something for our people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We're on our own now, so we're gonna have to learn how to do stuff without political help, without allies. I don't think we did anything with allies. I don't think we never had allies to begin with.
No, because when we get in the short end of the stick, there ain't no such thing as alliances or whatever like that. But you got motherfuckers still out here calling themselves trying to convince us that we need to align with this party, we need to align with that party, we need to align with this coalition. I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here.
We can do our own shit just like no other people do. You don't need to align with these motherfuckers because they're gonna turn your back. They're gonna turn their back on you. You can't align with people like that because say if they a mixed race, like say if they Latino and black, they're gonna run back to the majority of what they grew up in. They might grew up in like a Latino environment. They're gonna go back to what their environment been strong with too. And what is they like? What is they more like focus on their black people trying to help their people? They're gonna stick with the brothers and sisters. So when it comes to shit like that, you gotta watch out for like certain people like that who like want to go back and forth with different races and different parties and stuff, so they can come back and backfire.
That's exactly correct. That's exactly correct. I'm not saying we should go against Afro-Latinos because I have subscribers who are Afro-Latino, maybe even friends. The thing is that if they're not for the black cause and they're only for the cause of anti-blackness, then yes, we're going to have to leave people behind. We got to leave people who are black behind who don't like black people behind as well.
Mm-hmm.
And speaking of which, what I was about to bring up, did you know that Washington Post tried to scrub history about Kamala Harris?
I talked about that. A couple of days ago.
Yeah, I got an upcoming video about that because I know Terrain and Town Business talked about it.
Yeah,
I'm about to make my own video about it.
I first heard about it on who I think Town was the first guy I heard about that mentioned this.
I first heard it from Terrain,
and then I first heard it from Town, and then I went back on Torian's page, and I saw it on Torian, and then that's when I talked about it or whatever like that.
Yeah, I'll probably talk about it because I'm about to start making some videos after I get off here.
Right.
I just uploaded a video about what happened to an innocent little girl. I just uploaded a video just a couple hours ago about what happened to an innocent little girl because she was murdered by this white, pale, vanilla creature at this daycare center. They found the little girl's body and it was a illegally run daycare center. So we also have to be careful of who we let who we send our children to and stuff like that. I mean, I don't have kids, but I'm talking about I have cousins who are kids, my friends or my brother's fiance has cousins who are kids, or our nieces or nephews who are kids. That we gotta be careful who we send to, because we don't want to end up like what happened to this little girl that I did a video on, who was murdered by this racist daycare owner who actually ran the daycare illegally and stuff like that. We have to protect our children and also teach the Black children about the importance of Black empowerment and building up our community and stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought it up about the kids and trying to teach them about Black empowerment and like defending themselves and stuff. Cause like I don't know why it is like in our community that like certain people in our community don't want to teach their kids about like self-defense and like teaching them about weapons and stuff. Cause if you go in these other people's communities, majority of the white community, you have these kids, they'll be 8 years old shooting all types of guns and stuff. And it goes to show you that like if they snap, they can just run up in the school with an AR-15 and just kill everybody. So like when you come a certain age and you're a Black man or a Black woman, and it comes to time for you to defend yourself, you should know how to defend yourself with like certain weapons and stuff before you can be like really prepared for like tragic situations like that. Because it's gonna take us to teach our children the importance of self-defense. Because the police ain't gonna do it. They out here killing us. They out here not bringing justice to our people who out here being slaughtered every day. So it's gonna take us in our own community to teach our children about the importance of self-defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on point. I'm just giving the link to the to my channel, to this individual named Ray Desoro, so he'll know what my channel is. He wanted to know what my channel is, and I've told him that my channel is JDog FBA.
I just prepare for the worst when it comes to like shit like this, because these folks in these political parties ain't gonna look out for you. They're gonna look out for their people and the people that's paying them, you know.
Got that right. Forgot what I was about to talk about.
Oh yeah, you got to worry about the controlled opposition as well. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I keep my grass cut. You know what I'm saying? I keep my grass cut for the snakes.
You can see those snakes easy and you cut your grass. If your grass be too high, you ain't gonna be able to see the snakes. They can just creep up on you, just bite you in your ass. So
Or bite you in the leg.
Yeah. Bite you anyway. Either way, it's gonna hurt.
Damn right.
Got that right. And it's not just the bite you gotta worry about, it's the venom, the poisonous venom that comes after it.
Damn right. Well, I'm on that note, I'm gonna get up out of here because I'm getting hungry and I gotta cook. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not like I can leave the house.
All right, I guess I'll leave myself, but thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, man. And shout out to June World and much respect to you. I hope you enjoy the content we provide on here. You know what I'm saying? We talk basketball, we talk politics. That's pretty two things I like talking about. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming out with a cooking channel soon, so be on the lookout for that. And I appreciate everybody that's watching this video. I appreciate everybody that's going to watch this video. And you know, if you snowed in, you know, take this time out to you know think about some shit. You know what I'm saying? On that note, I'm gonna go cook. This your boy. Scream at me. Hey!